Welcome to the Mark Out podcast, leaking the thoughts of the real wrestling fans. I'm Mark Lee, again here with Nick Leek. How you doing, Nick?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Just briefly, we'll mention that we've set up our Twitter account at Mark Out Podcast. So please follow that, subscribe to our YouTube channel as well.
Yep. Thank you for all the followers so far as well.
Excellent. Yes. Enjoy your wrestling. We've had a big week in the wrestling world. Big week. We got some questions from our new Twitter followers.
We love our new followers. They're
yes, loving you guys. Thanks for helping us start this fan podcast about wrestling. First question from John A. Moore at John A. Moore 1. Who do you think is currently the best and worst at cutting promos / mic work? Also, who is your all-time favourite on the mic? I'm going to go with all-time favourite.
All-time favourite?
Yeah. Chris Jericho. I think he's brilliant.
CM Punk.
CM Punk, well, the famous pipe bombs.
It's not, well, yeah, pipe bombs. I thought you were going to say, just the famous pipe bomb, but he's always at it. Well, he was anyway. But yeah, he's my all-time favourite on the mic.
Yeah. He's very good. I mean, they've sort of not really got that now, have they?
They have it potentially with Ambrose, if they let him loose a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a bit scripted though.
So would you say that Ambrose is the best on the mic at the minute?
At the moment, yeah.
What do you think of Bray Wyatt on the mic?
It works.
It's sort of
yeah.
Obviously, he's got his cryptic sort of thing going on at the minute.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that?
It's building up quite well. Just hopefully it doesn't get too repetitive for too long.
Yeah.
But we need to see the next development of it.
Apparently, he said in an interview that he's a bit disappointed that people haven't seen what he's laid down in those promos, and people just assume that it's The Undertaker straight away.
Imagine if it wasn't The Undertaker.
Yeah, imagine if it's building to something better.
Pretty sure it is, but...
Well, like we said last week, I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but we'll see how it goes. Second question?
It's still good, though. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, next email's from a fan email, and it's... Do you think Ambrose could be the next CM Punk? And do you think they are wasting him by putting him in the Intercontinental Championship picture? Very good question, by the way.
Yeah, well, you said earlier he's like the next... just then, he's possibly the next Punk to do the
like I just said to you, he has the potential. It's just if the scriptwriters are holding him back with too much of what they want him to say, if they let him go with it, it could be brilliant. But
I think they've got a line with Ambrose where it's like it's sort of comedy or it's,
he's already publicly said that he's not a fan of his own promos because they're not really his. They're just you know he's got to say what they want him to say.
Well, that's WWE as a whole, though.
It is, yeah.
It's very scripted.
But the great thing, though, he makes it work there.
Yeah, he does.
He does a really good job.
Talent. That's why I think. Yeah. The other question, IC title picture.
IC title picture, yeah.
I think it might elevate the title, if I'm completely honest.
That's what I'm hoping for as well. I
mean, giving it to Wade Barrett after him being injured
he needs to quit. He needs to quit with the IC title now because I think he's held it for that too long.
But he holds it, then he gets injured. Each time.
Then he gets it back again, and he's injured.
I mean, props to Wade Barrett. He's
great talent, but they need to move him on to something else now.
Yeah,
maybe even for
Wayne Rooney. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Wayne Rooney versus Barrett.
with Barrett, why not try and move him onto a US title or something? I know Rusev's got it at the moment, but he won't have it forever. That could be quite interesting. You know, the whole English, foreigner, in a sense, picking up a US title, which works for Rusev. It could also work for Barrett.
Well, that's a very good point, man.
So
I mean, they used to do that with the European Championship.
Exactly.
As well.
This could be like the new European title, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, it's not European title; it's a US title. You know what I mean? Oh, my fault.
But they always used to have like people, obviously United States wrestlers win the European Championship,
and they're usually like a face.
Yeah.
Because they're defending the United States Championship, but if they're not American, they're automatically a heel. So why not have Barrett have that? Because it'll move him away from the Intercontinental Championship, which is held too many times.
Or do what they wanted to do for it for a while and combine the two. The IC strap and the US strap.
Rusev versus Ambrose. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Oh man, yeah, that would be good.
Straight after WrestleMania.
See, Vince,
listen to us. Listen
this
to
idea up. This is what we want.
Extreme Rules. Imagine that Extreme Rules match. Rusev versus Ambrose.
Nice. Unification
match.
Yeah.
Hire me, WWE. Hire me, or I'm going to TNA. Actually, no, I won't be.
No. Time's out and that tough, Nick.
No, yeah. Go back to the day job.
Another question from Kieran Doherty. Don't you think it's ridiculous that they have changed all the pay-per-view names from what they have been known for years?
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
You know, WWE Fastlane. What was wrong with WWE No Way Out?
That's a good pay-per-view. Like,
that was fantastic.
Some of the great matches over the years. Like,
even with some, like I know Extreme Rules straight after WrestleMania. That, you know, it's established now and it's what we're used to it and it's good. But what's wrong with Backlash?
And,
you know, after Backlash, I think it was Judgment Day, was it? You had Judgment Day, and then, you had loads of different names, and they all worked. And
I think they're trying to change it up, like, but sometimes
did they need to though?
No, I don't think so. I mean, Elimination Chamber it wasn't it?
Yeah. Another thing though, with the gimmick themed pay-per-views, so you know, you got Hell in a Cell, you got Elimination Chamber. You know, should they get away from them and just have, you know, for a pay-per-view, we've got a Hell in a Cell at such and such, or we've got a TLC match at such and such. But you know, now it's all like, at our TLC pay-per-view, you know, do you know what I mean? It's
you have to have a TLC match in it, don't you?
Why do they have to have a gimmick named pay-per-view?
I used to love when Money in the Bank happened at WrestleMania.
I thought that was great as well.
Yeah, I think that it always wanted that match.
With some of them, it does work though. With Money in the Bank, it's a perfect time to have it.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
It makes sense. But for example, Hell in a Cell, I mean, I'm not slagging it off. It can be a good pay-per-view. It just seems a bit silly to me, really.
King of the Ring, I always thought was one of the best pay-per-views, and they got rid of it. It pushed for SummerSlam.
Another thing though, and it's slightly off topic, but why don't they ever have championship tournaments now?
Yeah, I mean, it happened on the number one contender on NXT.
It works. It's so simple, so simple.
Yeah,
build up all month for just a championship match, and it doesn't. They've done it for Intercontinental Championship before, and they've probably done it for US title, and they used to do it for the WWE Championship.
Yeah,
but for some reason they don't do that anymore. And it's like, why? You could probably see who the fans are reacting to build up that next main event star.
Yeah.
These tournaments, they can make and break.
In a King of the Ring final sort of thing.
Yeah, it can work, but
yeah. Well, they still mention the King of the Ring now. I mean, like Sheamus's promo on Raw. He's like, I'm the King of the Ring. You know. Why drop it?
I guess they just want to invent new stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that's only used so people can go, King of the Ring. Oh, I'll get the network, King of the Ring, and then they'll watch it. I think that's the only reason why they're doing that.
It's like I said last week, the Money in the Bank is that next big thing where you take the step from.
Yeah, it is. So they're smart. They're smart with that one, and that can always be a good pay-per-view depending on how it's booked, obviously. But
now
it's usually entertaining. So
now you've only got the one title.
Yeah.
How is this year's going to work? Are they going to have it for the Intercontinental?
This is what I mean about the gimmick themed pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Originally, when there was two titles, it kind of worked because you got two matches. So it was intriguing. But now it's just the one, unless they double it up and have about 10 or 15 people in it. But then I think that could just be mayhem and it could be too much.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, any more questions, Nick?
Yeah, we've got one from @WrestlingTalkSH.
Yeah.
And that is asking about the Rusev and Cena match. What do you expect from it?
I expect
Fastlane.
I expect some sort of DQ finish. Is it something like that? Like, I mean, if they're going to have them both compete at Mania, then they need to build it still.
Yeah, I agree. I can't see a definitive finish from that match at this pay-per-view. Like, if there is, it'll be.
I mean, they could completely screw Rusev and just have John Cena win.
Wouldn't rule it out.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there was talks of Rusev versus Rock at Mania, but I don't know.
No, I think that's just a one-time thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think.
But with the Cena match though, I think. I hope, for Rusev's sake, that he doesn't win at Fastlane.
Yeah.
Or Cena doesn't win at Fastlane. I want it to be a DQ match, DQ'd.
Or you could have the double count.
Yeah,
out.
something like that. There's no clean,
sort of thing,
definitive finish, and they go into WrestleMania, and hopefully
Yeah.
Rusev goes over. But I don't think that'll happen. But I think what could happen if there is a clean finish, will be Rusev winning at Fastlane, Cena getting a win at Mania, because Mania's more important than Fastlane.
Yeah, but if you're pushing on a new guy, you should have them go Mania. Oh, I don't know.
What do you think of Triple H and Sting at Fastlane? What do you expect?
Well, it won't evolve into a match there and then. Or some people have been thinking that that's going to happen. I think it's going to be good.
Do you think?
I don't really know what to expect with that.
This is the thing. I'm not too sure. I think it's been good that Sting hasn't been on too much.
Yeah.
Like he's just had his appearances and stuff. But yeah, something quite significant needs to happen
To make that into the Mania.
Because if you think about it, all he's done is interfere in matches and cost the Authority wins. And, well, you know...
Pissing off Triple H.
Pissing him off, basically, and he attacked him at Survivor Series. Other than that, nothing's really happened. Apart from Triple H peeing his pants because he thought he saw Sting.
That was good.
That was pretty good. Amazing selling by Triple H, by the way.
Yeah.
That was good.
He's always been great at that. I mean, even like
Triple H is brilliant.
Early days,
exactly.
he was awesome at that.
Yeah.
When he saw Cactus Jack the first time in '97, he just completely did a similar thing. He's great at stuff like that. Big up to Triple H. Okay, we got another tweet. Do Americans struggle to understand at WWE Neville? Very good question. Did you say that?
Yeah, I replied. It's a good question though, because
I thought it was part of the question for a second. Saying, that's a very good question I've just asked.
Wow.
Well, it is.
It's a great question.
Great question, yeah.
So I don't really know how to answer it really, but I think for Americans it might be a bit weird.
I think like
because we notice the difference. In the
we
accent,
do, don't
obviously.
we? Sometimes it is hard for us to understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean they've always had like wrestlers.
Promo wise, he's not that great on the mic if you think about it.
Yeah.
Neville at the moment.
But he makes up for that in the ring.
He's more than makes up for it in the ring.
Yeah.
So it's not too much of a problem, but it will be if he gets onto the main roster. So they
might do the same like with Barrett and like sort of emphasise they do it with a lot of wrestlers. They emphasise the British accent.
Yeah,
that is more renowned in the world.
Stereotypical posh.
I mean, like Paige has got it.
Yeah.
Wade Barrett's got it, but Barrett didn't have it before he came onto the main roster. Okay, and that brings us sort of onto NXT, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which is what our next topic was going to be. Well, first topic of the night was going to be NXT Takeover.
What did you think? You watched it? Right?
I watched it. It's fantastic.
Of course, you watched it. Brilliant.
Mainly the latter matches were the better matches on the card, but that's always. To be
fair, I don't think it was really a bad match.
No, I don't think so.
There was a couple of errors in the tag team title match.
Yeah,
I noticed, but again, it wasn't too bad. I've seen worse on Raw, to be honest. Usually with the Bellas.
You had to get it in there
because I hate the Bellas.
Bella's #1 fan, Nick Leek.
Yeah, of course, Mark. Of course. But yeah, it was overall a great show. I loved the main event. I thought that was brilliant.
Well done, well worked, because they went back to like the early build-ups, even when they were walking to the ring. Do you know that music that they played?
Yeah, brilliant. Why don't they do that on the main roster?
They used to do it back '97, like back early '98.
It's brilliant.
Michael Bret Hart had it. I remember. I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean the backstage stuff, like of them just preparing to go out. It just makes it.
It builds it a bit more.
Yeah.
And that's one of the only times recently where I've been actually really excited for the title match on the night.
It just brings more attention to it. You think, well, okay, this is really meaningful now.
Yeah.
And like a lot of the title matches on the main roster, you think, well, am I supposed to be excited? Like they show you a video package, and then it's the match, and then whatever happens.
Yeah.
NXT, there's a lot more care about it. It's well thought out. I mean, the finish of the match, when was the last time we saw that? A KO?
No. Do you think that's the right call?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Sami Zayn is like the most popular babyface in NXT.
It still gives him his right to be there. Like,
yeah, and like did you see the reaction of the fans as well? They were just
shocked.
They were shocked, and there was a sympathetic babyface who gets his ass kicked basically.
I literally marked out when he jumped over the ropes, jumped over the ref. Yeah. I was like, oh my god!
Only thing, did he do that? No, he didn't. You know that it's like he dives in between the ring post and the ropes, and he does this DDT thing.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think he did it. I wanted to see it, but I think that's because most of the match, Kevin Owens was just kicking his ass.
Yeah. When he jumped off the ropes over the apron and hit his head. Yeah. Was that meant to?
I think so. Yeah. I think that's part of it
because that was like a great sell. If it.
It's great. Yeah, it was a great sell.
It looked bad.
Yeah, I think it was meant to happen, but if it wasn't, then whoa.
And I like how they gave Kevin Owens the championship after 2 months. It just shows that they're like picking good guys to represent the brand. Like
what I said last week on the last podcast was about Brock Lesnar and how he just looks like a legit tough man. Like he will beat up anyone. It's the same with Kevin Owens.
And all the singles champions.
They booked him so well. So
yeah, all the single champions in WWE and NXT are all heels at the minute. Technically.
Yeah. Including the Bellas. The Bella, I should say.
The Bella. Gosh. Last night on NXT.
Yes.
Yes, we seen Rhino come back.
I know, yeah.
That was a bit of a shock, wasn't it?
I was talking about this earlier. I'm not too sure what to make of that.
Yeah.
It was good to see him. And he did well, but why?
Yeah, well, they wouldn't need to bring him back onto the main roster, would they?
No, but why would he need to go to NXT?
I think it's becoming something bigger than. What
I understand they're bringing through experienced wrestlers. Like, yeah. For example, Bill DeMott as a trainer. People like that they bring them in for that. But Rhino was not brought in as a trainer; he was brought in there as a wrestler. Yeah, so it was a bit unless they're just building him up for a feud with one of the new guys, maybe. So
I think that's a good call.
So perhaps he'll have a feud with Finn Balor, put him over.
Yeah,
which I think was teased last night actually.
Yeah,
but yeah, even if Sami Zayn comes back after after his injury, and he is booked into a match and needs to prove himself again, and Rhino comes out and he beats Rhino, and then he gets his rematch with Kevin Owens. That could work too.
And also, talking about people coming back, Brian Kendrick as well.
I haven't read the spoilers because I don't read the spoilers, but yeah, he's back.
Yeah.
Don't know who he's against, but maybe that's what they're doing now. They're just going to bring in X people that they've had, put them on NXT and help expand it. So if they bring like Paul London in,
yeah,
and have him and Kendrick team up again, and put them in the tag team division on NXT to help put over some of their new teams.
Yeah, I mean the tag division needs building again, doesn't it?
Well, on the main roster, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to see the brand get bigger and bigger.
I just want it to be.
A lot of the main roster are getting upset because there's better matches on NXT.
But I've also heard that NXT wrestlers are a bit annoyed because their pay is much lower.
But they're putting
more effort in, and they're getting more time to wrestle and just prove themselves.
Yeah.
So it's one. Yeah, I can see both sides of it, to be honest.
Monday Night Raw.
Yes, good show.
Yes,
good show.
I enjoyed it.
Watched it live. I don't normally watch Raws live, but this week thought I will.
Yes, we both watched Raw live. We were both tweeting, weren't we?
Pleasantly surprised with the consistency of the show. Apart from one
segment, which was horrible. Although Paige did do well with that.
She did as well as she possibly. Yeah, but
it's just like, how to ruin a good thing. Lob the divas in.
Yeah, but it's not that. They're all good.
Yeah.
Like, even the Bellas. I know I hate the Bellas, but they probably can wrestle. They just don't get the time to do it.
Yeah.
And they're just putting these stupid little feuds like.
And just with that
spraying fake tan and.
Is it Cameron?
Oh my god.
Go by. That's just
what was that all about?
So awful.
Oh my god.
I think I was
I cringed at that.
in my own mouth.
Yeah, that was.
Oh my god.
Terrible.
Although I do like Paige. I think.
So do I. She's a good wrestler.
Yeah, I think you're right though. I think they should have kept her on NXT.
Yeah.
I mean, their division, the women's division of NXT is fantastic.
Like with Emma, she was brilliant on NXT. So over with the crowd.
And
All right,
now,
it's a bit of a geeky gimmick, but it worked.
Yeah.
And
but that's been given to Bayley now, hasn't it? The sort of.
No, they were both around at the same time though on NXT. So, but Bayley's good as well, by the way. But I don't know how she would fare on the main roster with that though.
Dean Ambrose versus Luke Harper on Raw.
Yes.
Loved it. What do you think?
Fantastic, but they're not utilising Luke Harper as well as they should.
No, they're not, and I'm not really sure what direction they're going with.
Well, Eric Rowan, they're just dropping him now.
Eric Rowan or Luke Harper.
I think Harper's got more hope than Rowan.
Yeah, but they put on a quality match.
They did, but you know, with Ambrose, it'll probably be really hard for you to not have a quality match with him.
Yeah, Ambrose's quest for the Intercontinental title, I think, was quite a good part of Raw.
Brilliant, yeah.
And sort of handcuffing Barrett to the ring post. Hilarious.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff.
Because he works well as well.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
And throwing the Miz in there as well. Miz is always good.
Miz, like I said to you last week, he's a really, really good heel. But as a face, like, it obviously never works.
Yeah.
But yeah, WrestleMania, it's got to be him versus Miz now, surely.
Yeah.
If they don't do that, I'd be so shocked. Goldust and Cody.
Oh.
Cody, or was it Stardust?
Stardust.
I think they're going to drop the Stardust.
Stardust. Stardust. Starburst. All over Goldust.
Oh dear. Gee.
I was going to say it.
What I think they could do with this Goldust and Stardust Cody Rhodes thing.
Yeah.
Because they've already making it quite personal with bringing in Dusty.
Yes.
Why don't they bring Cody's real life wife into it? 'Cause she works there. She's one of the announcers, isn't she?
Yeah.
Why don't they bring her in for a segment and be like, you know, Cody, this needs to stop. Or, you know, Stardust, you're taking this too far. You know, something like that. Yeah, just to add the extra dimension to it.
I'd like it to be Stardust versus...
Goldust.
Not as in Goldust, but Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah. Or Cody versus Dustin.
Yeah. I don't think
different ways you can go with
they'd
it.
do Cody versus Goldust.
I don't know, though.
Because people want to see Cody again.
But would they really want to see Dustin, though?
It's interesting, because Goldust is so, like, big with the fans at the moment.
I honestly prefer to see Goldust versus Cody.
Yeah.
Because, to me, it's always been Goldust.
Yeah. But yeah, that is one thing that has been a long time coming, and I know they both want to do it as a match.
But this is the most upsetting thing ever. Is this will be Goldust's last match.
Oh no!
He's going to retire. He can't retire. Amazing, amazing.
Yes, you mentioned earlier off air about the Bryan and Reigns sort of having sort of heel qualities.
Yeah, I noticed that on Raw.
Yeah.
I was expecting it from Reigns because obviously I've been hearing about they might be turning them heel.
Yeah.
Or, you know, but I noticed it in both of them.
Yeah.
Like, as they were like distracting each other and pissing each other off, basically, they were both showing like heel traits.
Yeah.
Like Bryan was coming. Yeah, Bryan was coming off as really arrogant.
Yeah.
And you know, his ego was coming on strong. But then the same was happening to Reigns as well. So it was quite interesting because I didn't really expect Bryan to be like that.
No, you didn't. But the end of Raw was good with them in the ring, just like going for each other.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Like,
I mean, the Roman Reigns punch on Bryan.
Yeah.
That looked great. I thought that was really good. Really well done by both of them.
No, I wasn't happy at the Rumble with where it was going.
No.
But now I'm sort of
I'm
happy again with what they've done with it.
But they need to stop doing this though. Every bloody year they're like, oh, we've got a rumble. Oh, we've messed up. Oh shit, we've messed up.
Yeah.
What should we do? Oh, we'll do this, we'll do that, and then it kind of gets back onto the fast lane. See what I did there?
One more thing on Raw that we haven't. Yeah, fast lane again.
That's terrible.
It'll be the best pay-per-view now.
It might be really, really good. I don't know.
One thing that we haven't discussed on Raw, Triple H segment
with Flair.
I literally did have a mark out for that.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I really liked it. Really good.
Both tweeted at the same time. Similar tweets.
No, you got to love the nature boy.
You've got to. And putting them in on the third hour, good decision.
Very good decision, I think. Because if it was too early on the show,
I didn't know he was going to be there. Did you? It was a bit of a surprise for me.
No, I didn't.
Good. I enjoyed it.
So did I.
And Flair flat out on his ass at the end, looking up.
It's
what
great.
else can you sort of do with it?
He's just brilliant.
It sort of started off nice between the two, and then it just built. I mean, what do you think?
It's interesting how they're trying to book it though. Like Triple H has the WWE guy and Sting has the WCW guy.
Yeah, because WCW is dead and buried.
Who are we meant to support? Like, because obviously we're watching the WWE product, so we're WWE
but
fans.
he was always the face of WCW.
Triple H is a heel, so why would we cheer for a heel? But Sting was WCW, and obviously a lot of WWE fans aren't WCW fans.
Yeah.
So why would you cheer for Sting, who's a WCW guy?
Because they're still booking him as a face.
True.
Because of him helping out all the top
him
guys.
And his colleagues at WCW tried to put WWF out of business.
And that's true also.
And then he went to TNA. Although
they don't mention TNA.
According to WWE,
he's been missing in action.
He's vanished for 15 years.
Never wrestled.
Although maybe that's true. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, anything else you want to bring before you have to go? Bring up? Nick's gonna vanish like Sting.
Nick is going to TNA. He's going to vanish 15 years.
Nick will be back next week.
Will I? Are you sure?
Yes. Well, I don't know. You're going to do a vanishing...
No, I'm vanishing, man. I'm doing a Sting. He does that now, anyway.
I don't know what to do with myself if you're not here.
Well, shame I don't care, isn't it?
But yeah, that's the end of part 1. Thanks for listening.